Having said all of this, finally, let's get some inspirations from the positive psychology, the self-growth to cultivate character strengths. Before I talk about the character strengths, let's get a quote from Confucius. 孔子言：“见贤则思齐，见不贤则内省。” Now here's my English translation. Whenever you see an honorable act, you should try to imitate it. Whenever you see a dishonorable act, you should reflect if you have ever done the same. This is actually how you approach self-actualization. I will recommend 3 pathways to self-actualization. First, maximize your strengths. Second, minimize your weaknesses. Third, imitate others. Let's look at them together. Maximize your strengths. First, you're being kind, good-natured, empathic, understanding, or being disciplined, diligence, endurance, resilience, and being sociable, outgoing, easygoing, open-minded. These are all your good qualities. You should maximize their usage in your life and minimize your weaknesses. For instance, you could be careless, that means absent-minded, rushing to act, lacking preparedness. And secondly, you may be conservative, that's unwilling to try new things, lacking creativity, or lacking appreciation for novelty. And thirdly, maybe non-assertive, being carrying too much of a face, lacking courage to confront, lacking confidence to confront. And you should minimize or get rid of all these weaknesses. And how do you get rid of them? Learn from others, imitate other strengths. For instance, you can learn about other people's decisiveness, standing on your principles, quick to act, and well-planned. And also learn to be humorous, being witty, being cheerful, being outspoken. And also you want to learn from other people's leadership skills. That means being thoughtful, being communicative, and being optimistic. And this is the project of self-improvement. And of course, you can refine yourself by the recommendations from the positive psychology, which recommends the character strengths. Now, what are the character strengths? The character strengths are the psychological ingredients for displaying human goodness, and they serve as pathways for developing a life greater virtue. While personality is a summary of entire psychological makeup, greater strengths are the positive components. What's the best in you, or to develop in you. And also the 24 VIA character strengths are universal across all aspects of life: work, school, family, friends, and community. And this is the book is called Character Strengths and the Virtues. And what are they? This is the VIA characteristics of virtues, advocated by positive psychologists like Peterson and Seligman. And this is more specific descriptions. You would have 6 categories, and each category has some subcomponents. So altogether, there are 24 virtual characters that you need to develop. And this is a study to show how you could develop all these traits at different times of life. And you could have a clear route to self-actualization and self-refinement by the recommendations from the positive psychology. And this is a web page at the University of Pennsylvania, the Positive Psychology Center, and it's called Authentic Happiness. And you can do a self-test of how much or how many character strengths you possess. And I did this on May 5th, 2008, when I taught the first positive psychology course in Hong Kong. I did this, and this is the result I have. Okay? For many years, I try to develop some characters I don't have, like humor, like creativity, like leadership, among others that I already have. I'm very glad to see the result because my number one strength is humor. You love to laugh and tease. Bring smiles is important to you. You try to see the light side of all things. And second, gratitude. You are aware of the good things that happen to you and you never take them for granted. Your friends and family members know that you are a grateful person because you always take time to express your thanks. And there are others. My third strength is hope, optimism, and future-mindedness. You expect the best for the future and work to achieve it. You believe the future is something that you can control. And your fourth strength is leadership. You excel at tasks of leadership, encouraging the group to get things done, and preserving the group by making everyone feel included. You do a good job organizing activities and seeing that they happen. And my fifth strength is zest, enthusiasm, and energy. The description is, regardless what you do, you approach it with excitement and energy. You never do anything halfway or half-heartedly, for your life is an adventure. Now, this is not what I describe myself. This is through this objective test, VIA test, that gave me the distribution of myself. I feel really delighted that I could have all the strengths. I will continue to consolidate the strengths and develop other strengths. Meanwhile, I would minimize some of my weaknesses, like being careless, being unprepared at times, okay? And also try to learn from others. And this is how I eventually would achieve actualization. And taken together, I have revised myself all these years. And I've experienced periodic moments of flow and peak experience, like when I get this report. Having said all of this, I want you to think about yourself. What are your strengths? How to maximize them? What are your weaknesses? How to minimize them? And what you learn from others. What qualities you want to imitate from others to become a part of yourself. Think about it, and that is all for today's lecture. Thank you.